Hello and welcome to EV Review Ireland. My name is Derek Reilly and today we're going to be looking at the e-cargo bike from Riese Müller, the Load 75. So let's get started. What I'm going to do now in the rain, as it is going to be the case in Ireland, is I'm going to go off and get my shopping. And I'll show you what how it takes the shopping into that front cargo area. So what we'll do is we'll go around the outside of the e-cargo bike, the Riese Müller 75, and then we'll take it out on the road if it rains or it doesn't rain. So just starting at the front, you have the road tyres that are on it, but you can get it with more knobbly tyres if you are looking to do some off-roading. I've done some around the forest trails around where I live in South County Dublin and around the Dunleary area, and it is well capable with these tyres, so I can only imagine what it's going to be like with the off-road tyres that you can get. Mudguard. You can also see here it comes with a headlight and a taillight, and they are always on once the control unit is on as well. Reflectors on the front and the shock absorbers here as well, and there's a spring inside them, so it's coil spring shock absorbers. Really good. It's also got the disc brakes with the you can see here with the perforations. This one comes with the rain cover on it as well, and the rain cover comes with a sun visor as well when it is sunny enough to put that on it. You can see here I've got my weekly shopping in here, but I will take it out and do a proper look around the back. The Load 75 comes in two colours, kind of this matte black, dark grey and a white, and the Load 60 comes in 5 colours. So the 60 is a 60 centimetre bucket and the 70 is a 70 centimetre bucket. Sorry, 75, the Load 75. The reason that they invented the Load 75 is one of the founders had 2 kids and the Load 60 was perfect, but when he had 3 he said to his engineers, I need a e-cargo bike that's able to take the 3 kids, and that's what this will do. There are 3 seats inside it as well. You can see the kickstand underneath here, and that will pop it up with the 2 legs. And then we'll move around and we will have a look along across the top of the handlebars. So I really like the handlebars that are fitted with this Riese Müller 75. It's got a nice ergonomic feel. What I would like on it is the option of the wing mirrors that you can get. This one doesn't have it, but I've seen them with the wing mirrors on it. This is the control unit as well as here, and you also have a bell, but you can get an electronic horn with that. Over here you've got the Enviolo gear optimized system with the new Vinci, and we'll have a look at that once we go down. We also have a light here that will turn it from high beam and low beam, and we've got 2 brakes front and rear on there as well. The unit itself, if I can get over and have a look at it, very easy to turn on, and so hopefully, let me see, yeah, there we go. Let me see if I can get it without the sunshine in it. Perfect. So you can see the battery level, you can see what mode you're in, and you can change that from turbo, sport, sorry, turbo at the top, then sport, then tour, and then eco, and then off. Gives the kilometers per hour, whether you're on full or dim deadlight, and then you've got other information below. So it's a really clear display. The newer version of this Bosch unit comes in a full colour as well with satellite navigation built in. You can change that then to the trip time, the range, the odometer, the trip distance, your clock, the max speed and the average speed, and then you can reset when you can turn your lights on and off. Over here on the left hand side as well, you have the same. You can change what information you see, and then you've got your modes up and down. And then you also have this really nice feature which is walk assist. So if you hold that down, you can see walk assist, and what that will do, it will start turning the tyres if you're walking through a crowded area. This can also be removed very easily if you're parking it in a public area. It just slides straight off, and the connectors are on the back there. So it charges itself, and I believe once a year you probably need just to give it a top-up charge. The Enviolo system, you can see I really like the little analog diagram that they have here. So as you twist it, it shows that the gradient is getting taller, and then as you change it then as well, and the way that works is magnets in the gearing system. Really like this system, and we'll talk about it now. Handlebars are adjustable height, but also tilt as well, so you can change the angle of it, so fully adjustable here. You've got your frame coming across here, the tubular, and then you have your Bosch 500 watt battery pack, which is locked in, but you can also see the level here on the side. And then if you wanted the second one, it mounts up along here on the back, so you have 1000 watts. The team at Green Air have said that this is usually enough for people. This is the Bosch cargo line motor, it's the 4th gen, and you can also optimize, or sorry, you can customize that to the speed version if you wanted speed instead of being able to carry. Both have the same torque, it's just the speed version of the electric motor has a higher speed. There you can see the cafe lock system, and that system then is the one that if you're popping into the shops or a cafe, and that's the same key that's used for the battery as well. System is a belt driven system, so rather than a chain, which is the touring version with a regular gear mechanism at the back, this is the belt model, so this is on model number 2, and then there's a third model which has an electric shift rather than the Inviola. So this is really good, low maintenance, and also you can see that there's a tensioner system here. Because it is a suspension frame, the belt has to be kept at tension, so Riese Müller have worked this out and works out really, really well. So here you have the floating carrier system in the back that can take 2 pannier bags, and this can take 20 kgs, and it's unusual to have this on a suspension bike because usually it's attached to the rear axle, but this one's actually attached to the frame and works on the suspension over here. So you've got the Babaya straps here, which a lot of people are talking about. Also you have the adjustable seat, but it's at an angle as well, so it is something that will work people with different heights. Down here you have your cafe lock, and I really like the fact that you use the key to be able to engage it, and when you unlock it, it actually unlocks itself. You don't have to, you just literally put the key in and it will release. So let's have a look inside in the actual bucket itself. So in the front you have the largest child seat, and this doesn't move. And then in the rear then you have, or the rear front facing, you have the 2 children seats here. So with the seats, and this bucket also has the optional footwell, which we'd highly recommend for storing more stuff. And it also can be a flat bottom by using the seat option on the largest seat, and that falls flat there, but this is an optional extra, like everything in the Riese Müller Load 75. Just goes back in there. And then with the children's seats, you also have the option of moving them out so that you can, so you just release down here, you can see the tags, and then there's like a quick release system at the back that lifts it up, and then a small bit of finagling, you can clip it out and then clip it in there, and then you have a reclined seat for a child that is looking to fall asleep. This bucket is the low wall bucket. Some people like it for getting stuff in and out, but also there's a high wall bucket if you're carrying more cargo. Also you can get a table that sits across the two, so that the 2 kids or the small people in the back, front facing, can work on their lunch or work on colouring or bits and pieces like that. This is the rain cover, and it also has the sun guard that comes with it as well, that covers the top 3 panels, but you can see visibility wise anybody on the inside can see out if need be, and all of this stitching here is all reflective as well, so that you can, it reflects off the light, and I like the way that you just roll up. This is all one-handed now, but you can roll up so that the rain stays on the inside, and then the Velcro straps can also are very handy for keeping everything in place. Sorry now, and then that goes in underneath, so you can see there everything tucks away nicely, well engineered, and then that Velcro strap comes back on itself again. So that all seals up so that you can have it all in one place. So yeah, that is our quick walk around of the Riese Müller Load 75. What you will find with an electric cargo bike, because of the length, the turning circle is definitely something that you need to get used to, and taking wide turns is something that you get used to definitely on a regular basis. But overall, this is an amazing cargo bike. It is, and now it's not cheap. Because of the different customizations, I can only give you a range as to the price. So the Riese Müller Load 75 comes at €6,500 up to €9,000 depending on the spec. And this one that I'm reviewing today has a spec of around about €7,500. So that's the rain cover, that's the type of belt drive, that is the type of bucket. So depending on what you go for will dictate as to the price. So some people might say that's a lot of money for an electric cargo bike. What it is it's the option of having this instead of a car. It's the option of having this instead of a second car. It is an investment for sure, but the quality of the Riese Müller product can't be argued, number one. Number two, the ability to get to where you need to go with the assistance, whether that's the 500 watt battery or the 1000 watt battery. It's an amazing choice of being able to, baby's not happy. There's an amazing choice of being able to how to get around. And the fact that cycle lanes are becoming more prevalent around towns and cities, the way it should be. We definitely should give more road use to cyclists. The ride itself, because of the suspension and the saddle setup and the handlebars, it's a lovely ride. And the more weight you put in the cargo bucket at the front, the better it handles as well, because of just spreading out that weight. When it's empty at the front, it can be a bit livelier, but once you get either load or once you get people into it or dogs or whatever you're carrying around, I know that one of the lads in Green Air has a Load 60 with a high wall bucket, and they went and got their Christmas tree. So I was a bit apprehensive at first when I got it. Number one, I'd never driven never ridden an e-cargo bike before, and number two, it was just I was wondering if I could handle the infrastructure. Now I'm lucky, I live in South County Dublin, in Dunleary, Rathdown County Council, and they're probably leading the way with local authorities with their cycle infrastructure. And it gave me an appreciation as to when people park in a cycle lane, double parked, whether it's running in for something or delivering something, how it will be, how it's dangerous in essence, because especially with a cargo bike, because you've got that wider arc, you just need to make sure that you're able to take and go back out into traffic even when there is a designated cycle lane there for cyclists, but it has been blocked by a motorist. Hopefully you're enjoying the review. If you can leave a like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And hopefully you're enjoying the variety of electric vehicles that I'm reviewing. It is definitely one of the things I wanted to do was not just have electric cars and compact SUVs. The world doesn't need more of those. What it needs is a variety of electric vehicles. So thanks to the team at Green Air for lending me this for the week. I really appreciate it, and it's great to have the variety in the channel like I mentioned already. So that's my review of the Riese Müller Load 75, an e-cargo bike. Probably top of the range with regards to all the other e-cargo bikes that are out there. It's a beautiful bike, well made, and in my opinion justifies the price tag. The price tag, as we mentioned, is €6,500 to €9,000 when we're out in the spin. But I think the build quality and I think the reputation of Riese Müller, it can't be faulted. So it isn't the price range of a second car or even a car. I think the versatility and the usability of it is phenomenal. You can see here it's full of my weekly shopping, but I've taken my girlfriend and the dog out in it. It has been used as much as we could this week. Like all my EVs, I'm looking forward to seeing more of them on the road. Hopefully you've enjoyed the review. If you can leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts on e-cargo bikes. But yeah, I really like it and would happy to recommend it. So remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thanks for watching.